am Caesar, lecturer in English. Now I am going to teach you the poem from Junior Inter, Mother's Day, written by a famous Indian poet, Shiv Kumar. We do it differently in this dark continent, not just once a year. In this context, dark continent, the word dark continent refers to the countries which are in harness to westernization and western culture. It doesn't give the meaning Africa. We must notice it very, very clearly. We do it differently in this dark continent, not just once a year. So in this fashionized world, fancied world, we practice several things unknowingly. The matter of fact is, not just once a year, every day, every second, every minute, we practice this artificial living. We become mere imitants. We are in the false trap of imitation. That is the meaning of the first 3 lines. A string of spurious verses ensconced in a bouquet. We carry a bouquet as a symbol of respect, gratitude, intimacy, love and affection. But this is spurious. The word spurious highlights the meaning. Artificial. Spurious is nothing but artificial, ingenuine, not real, unreal. These are the meanings of the word spurious. Shaped like Chinese house of dreams. Chinese house of dreams is a gift article which is made of cards. Once we switch on the fan, this gift article simply collapses. A house doesn't collapse, but the gift which we are giving to the most important person in our life is such imbecile, such fragile, which collapses so easily. Our heart is weak, our mind is weak, our emotions are weaker than all these things. My mother is more demanding and obeisance at each sunrise. My dear friends, if you take Indian culture, the relationship between children and mother is the greatest relationship, right? So my mother is more demanding and obeisance. Obeisance means a gesture, a physical gesture showing respect. In Indian culture, a mother expects an obeisance at each morning. Sunrise means morning. At each morning, a mother in Indian culture expects an obeisance from her son or from her daughter. This is our culture. So this culture is varied from the Western culture. They celebrate Mother's Day once in a year. They give a bouquet. They take her blessings only on that particular day. Unlike Indian culture, we celebrate Mother's Day every day in our nation, in our culture. Unlike Western culture. Like a devotee throwing a handful of yellow rice to the birds, holding a candelabrum before an idol just once a year is desecrating it. If you take, for example, a devotee visits a holy place. There, he comes around few birds. He takes some yellow rice and throw it to the birds. He feels himself as if he is the only devotee living on this planet. He is the greatest devotee. As if as an individual who possesses a sacred heart. But this is wrong. If he or she feels like this, he is desecrating the holiness of God. Desecrate means making something pious impious or violating the laws of sacredness, humiliating godliness. So, if we do a godly activity once in a year, like celebrating a Mother's Day once in a year, is desecrating the greatness of God's creation. The Westerners are in this trap. They are in harness to this false living. They are humiliating themselves. They are humiliating the greatness of mother or motherhood, my dear friends. Whenever I see a caterpillar slouching towards a pansy side or hear ancestral voices in a wind's howl, I invoke my deity sometimes twice a day. So whenever the poet comes across, the poet has a great passion towards nature. He took caterpillar as an example. He said, whenever he comes around, whenever he observes a caterpillar, he feels it has a slouching movement, awkward physical movement. It takes so much pain to reach a pansy's eye. Pansy eye is a beautiful flower. So, caterpillar likes pansy eye, the flower called pansy eye. So, the movement of caterpillar is very slow. It doesn't have a swift movement. So, it takes so much risk, physical pain, and finally approaches this beautiful flower. Similarly, towards a mother as well, for our mother as well, we must take so much pain, we must take so much struggle to satisfy, to impress our mothers, because we are all the creation of God. We cannot see God, but we can see God in the affection of each and every mother. So, my dear learners, the poet Shiv Kumar said, they worship the Lord once in a year, but in our culture, we worship our deities even twice in a day. So, the poem is a suggestion to all readers, even to all listeners, about the greatness of Indianism, Indian culture, and Indian living. This is a wonderful poem written by a stupendous, sublime poet by name Shiv Kumar. Thank you.